What's going on, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix. I'm back with another video. And earlier this year, I think it was around June, we've been talking about the Nintendo Switch and how shitty the device is, the sales, the games. What's the point of buying a Nintendo Switch 2? Just keep your original one. The Nintendo Switch 2 is a piece of shit. It's a scam. The game key cards, right? All of that. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of money. I mean, what, like a couple of million people don't think so, but you, smart viewer, you know very well. You know better than to buy Nintendo Switch 2.
Hello, this is Yami Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! And make sure to subscribe to Andy Matrix's channel. Now on with the show.
Okay, it's not worth buying it just for Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart. Okay? And, I thought that, the Nintendo Switch 2 would reach a decent number of sales this first year. Right? And the report says that, yes, it did sell a good amount. Something tells me that they're lying about the numbers. But, hey, we don't have any evidence on that. So let's go with what we have. They said 10 million copies sold as of December. Okay, cool. As of December. But let's go ahead and take a look at what's actually happening out in retail, because whatever happens in retail, right? Depending on how much they have in stock, shows you whether or not the Switch 2 was selling, especially during the Christmas season, because this Christmas season we're supposed to sell a lot. Now, I know that for Black Friday was absolute garbage earlier this year, right? In November. Black Friday was garbage. However, we were expecting, December to be a decent year for the Nintendo, a decent month for the Nintendo Switch sales, let's say. So, let's see what some of the fans out there gotta say. Out on the floor, right? Out on the retail stores. Check this out.
I gotta put this out there for the sake of everyone come this Christmas. If you into Nintendo, you're gonna be able to get you a Nintendo Switch easily. I mean, back at my local Walmart, we got another 12 plus on deck. Easily. And you can come and pick up a copy of Madden, $34.97. Let's go. NBA 2K26, $30. Yeah. Come pick your Nintendo Switch 2 for Christmas, guys. Yo, I am back at Walmart in Pennsylvania, and I'm telling you, this is the most Switches I have ever seen in the wild, bro. Switch 2s. They got like 17 joints in here, bro. Oh my goodness. But you better believe, come Black Friday, I would imagine all of these gonna be gone. They are stacked. That's what's up. And then, this right here kind of reminds me, this right here kind of reminds me of the old school, back in the Walmart days when they got all the games lined up. The only thing we're missing is some gameplay or some kiosks. All right, it's almost Christmas time and they got a whole lot of Nintendo Switch 2s in here. I don't know if they're gonna move like I thought they were. Maybe I was wrong, but I mean, you're looking at easily about 15 Nintendo Switch 2s. Whew. I don't know, guys. Plenty in stock, but I don't know if they selling like that.
Nintendo, you greedy fucks.
These jokers put music behind a paywall. In Metroid Prime 4, a lot of people were complaining that there's no music while driving in the desert. Come to find out, the only way to get music during that section of the game is by buying a $30 amiibo. You cannot make this shit up, chat. This is crazy. This is some beyond greedy shit, man. And the craziest part about this is that I wouldn't even be mad if they were replacing music. There is no music music in this section. So the only way for you to hear music during this pretty boring part of the game is by giving them $30 fucking dollars? Like, come on, man, what are we doing here? I feel bad for the guy that made this music not knowing his shit is behind a paywall. And this new Metroid game is getting a lot of good looks, a lot of good reviews, and it's just crazy that Nintendo had to inch in their greed. Said, nah, bro, put up that $30 amiibo so they can get some music in the background during a pretty boring part of the game. On some real shit, that is some greedy shit, man. That's some ultra corpo shit.
Now, those were just 4 clips, right? Those are just 4 TikTok videos that I put together, right? But, you know, since June, no, since July, August, we've been talking about how some people are actually returning their Nintendo Switch, how some people are regretting buying the Nintendo Switch, and how, you know, how people regret getting it because of the game key cards and they don't really own their games, right? And it's just, I think we have been misled. I don't think that the Nintendo Switch sold as many copies as they're saying it did. I think they're just inflating the numbers to convince people to buy the game, and also for anybody, you know, for the investors of Nintendo to also, you know, keep investing in Nintendo instead of pulling their money out, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, corporations, you know, they prioritize the investor over the consumer. They don't work for the consumer. They work for the investor, right? So, yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2 sales are, in my opinion, and this is just my personal opinion because I do believe that they're lying about the sales numbers, especially since the Nintendo Switch still doesn't have enough games for it, right? Still doesn't have enough games for it. A lot of the games that were, you know, the third-party games, a lot of people already bought them for the PC and for all the many other consoles, right? So, you know, that's why it seems like it's just the numbers just seems kind of phony, kind of false, you know. And the fact that there's so many Nintendo Switch 2s in stock shows you that the sales have not been there. This is around, because America is one of the main markets for Nintendo. America is one of the main consumer markets for Nintendo. Nobody plays, you know, video games like Americans in other parts of the world. Maybe China. But yeah, it's just it hasn't been selling as good as they're telling us, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. Whatever your thoughts are, you know, if you've been to your local Walmart or Target or GameStop to buy and look at the stacks of Nintendo Switch 2s just piled up there, let us know. Comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Guys, it's your boy Andy Matrix. Godspeed.